You know, they say the best actors, I don't know who they are, but apparently they say the best actors are like chameleons. Nobody proves that like my first guest, from his role as Tony Danza on Taxi, to his tenure as Tony Maselli on Who's the Boss. Now he's playing his most challenging role of all, Tony Danza. On the Tony Danza Show, we're thrilled he's here. It's Tony Danza. Tony, come on. What's happening?
First of all, that was good.
I don't think anybody noticed it.
No, I got it. I got that.
A little hold me close.
Man.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Yeah. I'm trying to get Elton John to come on my show and sing
He's
that.
busy pissing somebody off.
Yeah,
The guy's crazy right now.
I know.
What's happening?
What's happening? I saw you yesterday.
I see you
that
all
was
over
nice.
the
You know, I
place.
had those people on my show. Sharon Roberts and those kids from Houston, Texas, the Inertia, a dance team. That remember yesterday we went to a
There you go. You gotta set this up.
Heroes Among Us for People magazine.
We went to a great event yesterday, and there was these People magazine did. There's real stories, and then they were wonderful, and I was there. And you've been everywhere, though. I mean, you've been all since the talk show came out. And congratulations on the Tony Danza Show. Yeah, you haven't slept.
No, it's well, you're in New York. You shouldn't sleep, right, guys? The band's in that.
They don't sleep because they don't have a hotel. We couldn't afford to put them up, so that's why they're.
No, you know, like last night. I mean, yesterday I did that. Did the show, did the People luncheon. Then I went to a benefit, Stella by Starlight, last night for the Stella Adler School at the Pierre. They honored Warren Beatty and Arthur Miller. And Warren and Marlon Brando.
When do you go home?
Then I went to Carnegie Hall and did a benefit, and then I was a bartender, a celebrity bartender at the Palm last night for about 3 hours, which was so cool. I used to bartend, you know, that was my life. I used to be a bartender.
Who didn't?
It was, I know. So that's how I learned to act, right? So I was bartending last night. It was. You fall right back into
great,
it.
right? Yeah.
Right away, you're leaning over the bar. Yes, what could I get you?
Yeah,
it was cool.
A lot of power behind that.
Power. That's what I felt.
I saw you at Puffy's party too, and I was doing the red carpet, and all of the buzz was, a dress malfunction is one thing, but won't get into that. But with Tony Danza's inside, I thought, wow, I can't. Tony Danza, this guy's like everywhere now.
I'm everywhere. Well, you know, I want to be. You know, I'm in New York. I should enjoy it.
And Puffy's party was elaborate. It was expensive. There was like 1,000 rappers, and there was me, and I was there, and Tony Danza was there, and my lawyer, Paul Schindler, was there. And then I don't know, that was about it.
That was quite a party, though.
Something
You know
else.
what I learned, though? I made a mistake. About 1:15, you know, I feel responsibility because I want the show to be good, and it's live in the morning, and I want to be as good as I can be, and it's early, so it's new, so I'm really trying hard, and. Not that you don't try hard later on, but I'm trying hard, and so about 1:15, I called it a night. I went home, you know, and from now on, I'm never going home. From now on, I'm going right to the show.
That's what you got to start doing.
Who knows what was? How late did you stay?
Maybe 1, if that.
I got to stay till 1. Could you imagine what was going on at 3 at that party?
Yeah, it was great.
I want you to notice something. There were you saw the curtains, right?
Yeah.
Well, as the room got more and more crowded, the curtains went up. And behind the curtains were beds and bathtubs.
Yes.
Now, I want to know what the heck them bathtubs were for, man.
Oh, they're for cleaning.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the party, though.
I took 2 baths in 1 hour.
Did you take 2? Oh, geez.
Some nice people in there. I have so much to ask you. Let me just, and we got to get by this rather quickly here.
Go.
Speaking of rappers, I found it quite interesting and perhaps just, well, entertaining, too, that you actually had a correspondence to some degree with the late, great Tupac Shakur.
Yeah, Tupac. You know, I heard his song about his mother, and he was in jail at the time with 5 bullet holes in him, and so I wrote him a note. Because the great thing about being Tony Danza, you can write people, and they write you back. It's hysterical. You know? So I wrote a note.
But there's a lot of great things about being Tony Danza.
But this is one of them. So I wrote, dear Tupac, you know, and what I did was I tried to say, hey, listen, considering where you are and with 5 bullet holes in you, and considering that song, you're so talented, maybe. I mean, I know I know the business. You can't be a goody two shoes, but maybe there's something you can do to alter the way you're living and be an influence for good and not be in jail.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
I get back a letter. It says, Thanks for understanding me. Says, no, I wrote him again. No, what I meant was, you know, so I went through it. And then he wrote me back, and we sort of, I don't want it to sound like we were hanging out together. I wasn't running with him.
He was in prison, too.
Yeah, and he was busy, too, at the time. But
you were pen pals with Tupac. I think
pen pals with Tupac. I saw him a few times after that, and then he mentions me in Resurrection, in the picture.
Oh, yeah.
Which was, you know, I'm telling you, it's one of the coolest things. People come up to me all the time and say, you know, it's cool that Tupac.
Yeah. I could still get mileage out of the Eminem thing. He mentioned me in the song.
There you go.
Kids still think I'm cool. I think for about 20 more minutes, and then I'm going to be the loser again. But
street cred.
We love that street cred.
Street cred.
Everybody, of course, knows you. I mean, people are so familiar with you from being on television and having such a great career for so long. But I'm sure you must have had just some really, really crappy acting gigs when you were younger.
No, I've been lucky because I started in tech. I did a pilot that was bad. It was so bad that they showed it like on Christmas Day at noon. It was a bad, looking for a bad time slot, you know.
That's where they're going to push this show any second now, by the way. Merry Christmas, America.
Yeah, but the one that comes to mind right away is after I was on TV, I was on Taxi, I finished Taxi, and I was looking for a job. I wasn't working, and I kept getting offered Love Boat. A Love Boat. A Love Boat was big at the time. Of course. And they offered me a Love Boat. It was a sweeps Love Boat. So it was a 2-hour Love Boat in Japan. And they said I could take my son and I could take my assistant. And I said, okay, I'll go.
The Love Boat sailed to Japan?
Love Boat in Japan.
Wow.
Okay. Now, wait a minute. So I get the script. I don't read the script because I figure I got to fall in love with somebody anyway. So I figured, all right. But I did check the name of the character. His name was Bud O'Hara. Oh, my God. I says, how could I play an Irish guy? It's going to be tough, but I don't care. They offered me a lot of money. I had the kid. We were going to Japan for the first time in my life. Okay. I get there. I'm there like 3 days. I still haven't read the script, Carson. This is when I was young. And I went to the set, and they introduced me to the actor who was playing my father, James Shigeta, the famous Japanese actor.
Who was playing your father?
Playing my father.
Right.
So
I'm starting to sense you should have read the script.
Right. That's my first. So I went to the producer. I said, "Hey, come on, man. How could James Shigeta be my father when I'm playing Bud O'Hara?" He says, "You're not playing Bud O'Hara. You're playing Bud O'Hara. You're playing a Japanese guy." I actually had to say over a guy's shoulder, over the James Shigeta shoulder, into the camera, "I'm proud of being Japanese."
That was a line you had to say?
I had to say that, yeah. So it's...
you pulled it off.
You know what happened to me? I got my comeuppance, though, because...
People that's Tony Danza on the Love Boat in Japan saying, "I'm proud to be Japanese."
Thank you. What happened was I was home. When the show came on, I went underground. I didn't want anybody to know because I was on it, and I was playing a Japanese guy, and I was even in a Love Boat. You know, I was very snobby. Not that
and it's not to knock Japanese people because they're
quite lovely. Or to knock the Love Boat, either one.
Right,
no, you know, it was kind of weird that I did it. So I go underground, and then I resurface. It was on Saturday night. I resurfaced Monday night, go down to the club at the time. The cool club in L.A. was El Privado. El Perverto.
There's a Freudian.
It was the club.
El Perverto.
It was the club on top of Carlos and Charlie's on Sunset Boulevard. I went in there, I met somebody, went back up to my house, and I was doing that thing you do when you bring somebody home.
Yeah,
and we were watching
I'd love to know what that thing is. What is Tony Danza doing?
Get the wine out and some pictures. Anyway, so it was...
What a life you've had.
That's when Letterman was on at 12:30.
Right.
Okay? So I'm watching there, and the girl says, "Oh, I really like Letterman." So, "You like Letterman?" We're talking, and I got my head in my hand. I'm doing this whole thing. And all of a sudden, Letterman says, he says, oh, wait a minute. Anybody see Love Boat this weekend? And I know what it's about. He's going right for me. Yeah, and he goes to work on me. You know, same thing you did. It's Tony Danza, like this, doing a Japanese guy.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
That's one of those things. So I've had my bad ones.
I want to talk about the show. Congratulations. It's live. Why did you want to do live?
Because, first of all, I think
it's a challenge.
It's a challenge, but I think it's the best chance for success. It gives you something. There's an energy and electricity there. Add New York and live. It's just... It's crazy. It's so much fun. And plus, it's over. 11 o'clock, boom, it's done. You know, whatever happens, happens.
There,
You know,
and you're enjoying it?
I love it.
I'm loving it. It's not easy, this gig, right? I mean,
it's a lot harder than I thought.
I mean, you're daytime. We're, well, after Conan's, like, nighttime, and this is sleep time.
No, but
daytime,
you know
I can imagine.
It's day after day after day. You got to keep going. And it's a grind. There's no doubt about it, but it's a great grind. It's like somebody said, it's lovely work. You know, it's and my father used to say that's why they call it work. So it's okay.
Awesome. Well, congratulations and thanks for coming here. It's
good
to see you.
Thanks.
All right, Tony Danza, everybody. Be sure and check out the show. Airs on weekdays. Check your local listings. We'll be right back. Hang around if you can. You want to stay? All right, Neil Long will be right back. Tony will hang out.